With a death toll at over 5,800 people in Nepal, much of the stories are of devastation. Yet teams today pulled a 15-year-old boy out alive from under wreckage 5 days after the guest house collapsed, and later today rescued a second survivor from the rubble of a collapsed hotel. But teams there have many months of work ahead of them. I-24 News correspondent Shai is in Katmandu and spent some of the day inside an IDF field hospital there. Here's the report.
A military hospital on the outskirts of Katmandu. This is now the destination of many of the injured still being evacuated from the areas affected by last Saturday's devastating earthquake in Nepal. But this hospital has existed for less than 48 hours. The Israeli army, as it has in many of the major disasters that have struck across the globe in recent years, managed to set up this facility within a day of its arrival in the country.
As has been the case with previous military operations undertaken by the IDF, all sorts of different people have been arriving at this military field hospital for treatment, including foreign nationals, as well as Nepalese citizens and Israelis who have been brought in from remote areas.
On its first day of activity, many of the injured and sick Nepalese showed up at the hospital gates on their own for treatment.
We want really help for the people, of Nepali people, as we are the victim of earthquake right now. So we are really very thankful to Israel people that they came here and helped us so much and gave us the medical care.
This man, a Spanish traveler, was brought in with his fingers suffering from frostbite.
The situation with the patient is irreversible, unfortunately, because he waited a number of days and only came in now. This is a case of gangery, essentially. We will do our best to help him.
The hospital is divided into departments like any other, with a sanitized operation room, an intensive care unit, and everything else necessary to provide a high level of care to patients.
We have 120 medical professionals. The rest are search and rescue, support staff, communications, and other groups such as that.
The more severe cases have to be flown in. In the short time we were here, 3 separate helicopters landed on the base perimeters, carrying people injured in the remote rural areas surrounding Katmandu. It is now clear that these mountainous communities were the most heavily affected by the deadly quake, with reports persisting of villages being nearly wiped out. Israel's image on the international stage is often a problematic one, and some see projects like this as having the potential to change the perception of the country in the eyes of some of its critics.
We're not doing it for that. If it's a side effect that happens after that, then we welcome it, but it's not our focus here.
While there may be diplomatic benefits to this endeavor, the extent of the Nepalese disaster is slowly becoming apparent. The soldiers and medical personnel here are focused for now on the difficult work which lies ahead and has only just begun.